All right, Ambush, and today I am very excited because we are joined by a singer, a songwriter who, her sound, it is incredibly diverse as she travels between R&B, soul, pop, and so many other sounds. And not just that, with her music, she is an advocate for women's health. She is an icon inside of the world of fashion. And she is making incredible, positive change inside of her world, not just with those things, but also with an EP she released last year, an album entitled Rising, and she also happens to be one of the winners, the recipients of the Black Canadian Music Awards, one of 5, the accomplishment list. It is massive, but we need to jump into this conversation today with my guest, Falana. How's it going today, Falana?
I'm great. How are you?
I am a fantastic. So very excited to be diving into everything here today. And as I just listed, there is so much to dive into. And of course, I want to dive into first that award that you just happened to pick up, the Black Canadian Music Award. This is the second annual time that they are doing this. And this award celebrates Black creatives, the merit demonstrated by Black music creators of various genres. And it happens to have quite a list of people, judges going behind it. So to not only receive this award, what was that like for you? And
wow.
Tell us about it.
Well, first word is humbling, because they're acknowledging me not just for my, the successes I've had in my journey and my career thus far, but also for my songwriting, which at the end of the day is the core of everything I do. So when you have people who are sitting down and saying, you're doing something right, keep going. It's like the most amazing kind of pat on the back you can get, and from people who are proper working in the industry, and also just like peers and people who have seen how the Black music industry, specifically in Canada, has evolved as well. So long and short of it, I was very, very grateful.
Of course. And like I mentioned, this is the second annual of these awards. I mean, obviously a little late to the party, but at least they are here now. And representation, very, very important for sure.
Yeah. And to be on like one of the second batch of winners, I think I'm excited to see how the award grows and how, even as alumni of the program, we can, build community with other artists who are coming, after us. I really am excited about the community that is being built around this initiative. So it's cool.
Absolutely. And that's one thing that definitely will continue, because maybe some of these artists, maybe you haven't heard of each other or otherwise. And some of these judges, I presume, are pretty prestigious, probably have been inside of the music industry for quite a while themselves as well.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And some of the artists I'm privileged to have already known. Some of them are new to me, but that's what I mean about community, right? So you're connecting with other artists, regardless of where they are in their career, you get to connect and discover and listen to new music and support each other. So that's really great.
Absolutely. And, maybe one day, maybe a Falana can end up being one of those judges to help to elevate future voices, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm always about getting involved in community and giving back. So yeah, that's a very realistic prediction.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I am excited. And of course, we mentioned your songwriting there, and that's what this award is celebrating, is your songwriting. We mentioned your 2021 album there, Rising, which is an incredible listen for anyone who has taken the opportunity to do that. One thing that I really want to know is, how did this album come together? Because I see there's so many different producers that helped you to help to bring it to life.
Yeah, it was a crazy process, because as a body of work, it actually feels quite concise and, consistent, but there were so many producers flowing into it. So two of the songs were produced in Jamaica. One was produced, or three actually were produced in Jamaica. One in Nigeria, one in Brampton, where I grew up. I grew up in Brampton. But there's one in Boston. I think it also, to be honest, I think it's just a reflection of my journey. Like nothing has been really straightforward for me in terms of how I find my sound and how I've developed as an artist. So that like exploration happened very organically. And then the songs just kind of fell together very seamlessly and easily. And that's how Rising was born. There was a lot of songwriting that happened before and even after. Like it's a constant process, creating. So I'm really proud of the project, and I'm so grateful that it resonates with people, because I'm really proud of it.
As you should be. As I said, it is an incredible listen, and some of the songs, some of the energy that you capture inside of this album, there's definitely a lot of empowerment energy, like a lot of happiness inside of it too, and just so many different things explored. As you say, it's your journey, but this album also a journey within itself.
Totally. And I think that's, as artists, like we sometimes tap into ourselves, but I think that like sometimes it's important to make sure that we're tapping into ourselves, but we're also reaching people as best we can. So a song like Joy, is about counting your blessings and keeping it moving despite adversity. Or a song like Electric Lady is like acknowledging, as a woman, acknowledging your power and owning that power, and I can start writing these songs for myself, but then they evolve into other things. And then I find myself, creating music that women, or not even just women, anyone really, like Energy is an anthem for anybody. Has a music video coming soon, by the way, but we can talk about that later. But a song that kind of, lifts anybody who listens. So yeah, that's a gift. And that's, I'm sure, what a lot of artists strive to do. Make people feel good, right?
Absolutely. So you mentioned one thing about the crafting of this album was the ability to travel around. So with that, probably meant that this was probably recorded sometime in 2019, early 2020. So you probably had to sit on this for a little while there. So what was it like to finally get the album out after that period of time?
Yeah, it was, first of all, Joy was written literally the week before the world went into lockdown, which was incredibly psycho to me. But then Energy and Sweet Adetola were actually written in 2021. So, some of the songs were written before lockdown and some of the songs were written after lockdown. So sitting on music sucks. I can't even do it's not fun, especially like when you want to put stuff out. But, like I'm an artist at my core. There are people that I work with who want to see these songs reach as far as they can. And sometimes that requires patience. So you learn to have patience and just trust that the right time will come, and the perfect time for a song is the perfect time, and just keep moving.
Sometimes you can't force the issue, right?
Yeah, and timing is everything. Some songs, they come out and they take time to build, and some, like, and the industry is all about is about flowing. It's really about flowing. And you can't always predict everything. So you either learn to go with the flow or you crack your head going against the tide. However you want to do it, that's up to you,
Definitely. Got to do your best to keep your sanity and keep the movement going, keep the energy alive. And of course, you just 100%. Mentioned there's going to be a music video potentially here in the future for a track called Energy. So what can you tell us about that?
So in the future is like very soon, maybe like next month, which I'm excited to say. And yeah, we actually we kind of re-upped the record. We wanted to, when I was performing it live, I felt like it was slower. So I was like, if we're going to make a video, we might as well just do it right. So my manager, who also is a really great producer, we're like, how about we increase the tempo, not too much, but like increase it so like it bangs. And we got this amazing bass player based in the UK named Joey to add a bass line. We basically we re-upped the song. So the video was to the new production of the song. So you'll get that released as well on all DSPs. And we shot it in Lagos. And it's a really feel-good vibe. It captures the energy of the song. Like the hook is, I feel love, I feel free. And this is something that you cannot take away from me. I feel open, fresh and clean. And if you lucky, you'll be rocking with my energy. So, it's a very positive song, kind of like a morning affirmation kind of vibe. So I'm excited. It'll be good.
Hey, absolutely. And of course, some people have had that opportunity to rock with you a little bit. You've been able to get back onto that live stage here and there, like you mentioned, been able to play some of these tracks. So what has the live reception been like, and what has it been like to get back out there on that live stage?
Oh, it feels good. I actually, a lot of artists start off, especially in our generation now, everyone starts like in the studio, but I started on stages. Like I was performing before I was recording. So the being on stage for me is like, I see you have a guitar and an amp in the background.
Oh, yeah.
So like, what that vibe is, right? Like being able to be on stage and to just sing and just, vibe off the audience and transcend wherever you are, whatever you're going through in that moment. So that for me is amazing. We did like an exhibition with the EP. So we had art pieces commissioned by 7 renowned Nigerian artists. So they each made an art piece inspired by a song. So we're basically trying to take that on tour. So you get to go on tour. I'll be on stage performing my project, but you also get to see this amazing artwork that was inspired by each song. It's like really, really cool. And we also have like an NFT iteration of the EP coming out as well. So just really cool ways to like re-express the project and get it connecting with people in the live space, in the art space. I love it all, and I'm really, really excited for it.
Wow. So, I mean, anyone who has seen your live show knows that you on stage, absolutely amazing. You're a ball of energy. And like I mentioned, you are a fashion icon where the artistic, like, of your outfits and everything is already incredible. But this upcoming tour is already going to have an art show included too?
Yeah, why not? We got to keep it interesting.
Oh my goodness. The world of Falana just continues to evolve.
Yeah, we got to keep it interesting. And also just like I guess the music industry is changing where music, we put it out and we, dance to it on TikTok, but there's so many other ways to interact with music. And I guess for me, so that I enjoy the process of sharing music. So it's like different ways to do that outside of being on stage, and connecting and collaborating for me is really, really cool. So yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So there's music videos coming, upcoming tour / art show. There's NFTs coming. What else does the future of Falana potentially hold for us?
Everything that I wanted to hold. So
yes, I love that answer.
Yeah, like obviously I'm writing, so we have new music, and everything and anything. I like obviously music and songwriting is at the core of what I do, going on tour, but it's down to like my imagination, really, I suppose. So
boundless.
Yeah, watch this space. I guess say that.
Absolutely. They're going to have to stay posted on the socials and otherwise, because the world of Falana, it's moving, it's expanding, and you do not want to miss out.
Yeah, at all. Should definitely hit me up on social. I don't know if should I share it now or should I share it later?
Share it right now. Find me. Go right ahead.
Yeah, if you want to find me and all the crazy, exciting things we're doing, it's the same on all platforms at Falana Music, FALANA Music. And that's everywhere. Say hi. I'm nice. I'm a human being. Don't be shy.
Say hi and also go jam out to Rising. 7 tracks back to back. It is a journey. It is a ride. And you are definitely going to enjoy it. I promise you.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, 100%. Falana, I have had a blast so far. I have one question left for you. You ready for it?
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. So we have talked about the process of crafting, of finally getting to releasing this album, Rising, and some of the reception, some of the things that have come after its release. And what I want to know now is, through this process, how has this time helped you to grow as a person, or what has it taught you about yourself?
Oh, that's a great question. This process, Writing Rising, taught me to never judge the process, because if I were to have judged the process of Rising as it was happening, I wouldn't have gotten to the end, because there was a point where I was just writing so many different songs, collaborating, and I was exploring and growing as a songwriter, but was trying to find, like I said in the beginning, the continuity of the records. But because I learned to allow the process to just happen, and then trusted the process and didn't judge it as I was going through it, we landed on a project that, if you listen to it, seems like perfectly seamless, you know? So that is really important. And even for other creatives, songwriters or anything, they should learn to be in the process. Like, don't judge it as it's happening. Just know that this is like, I tell myself, this is the process. Okay, so this is the process. So this is the left turn before the right turn, before the U-turn that gets you to where you're trying to go. It's like, if you remember that, then everything else it's easier to just cope through it and be excited about what's coming and you have in store.
Hey, sometimes you don't know what turn comes after the right turn, right?
And you might not even know until you get to a junction, and then there just happens to be something that you see. So you think, okay, let me turn left. And then you turn left, and then you end up turning right. And you're like, oh my gosh, I just discovered a botanical garden with flowers, and I don't even know, it's like a beautiful place that you would have never known if you didn't turn left, which ended up leading you to turn right. So that's just the process. Getting somewhere it is what it is. It's not always beautiful. It's not always easy. And Rising definitely solidified that reality for me. I'm not perfect, but I tried to remember.
Nobody is perfect, but sometimes when you find those flowers, remember, take the time to smell them a little.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, absolutely. Falana, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you. It's been really, really fun. I'm so happy we got to chat.